a good performance.
Here we go then, straight into Game 7. It's going to be Sri Lanka against Korea. Effectively the 3rd and 4th seeds of their pool. Going to battle it out here. And of course, the better finish will face the 4th placed team from the other pool. Tomorrow, when we come to the plate semi-finals for the 5th spot, out comes Sri Lanka. Earlier on, they went down to Hong Kong, 27 points to 7. Look at the Sri Lankans there. Number 5, Anusha, she's dangerous. 7, Dulani, and 10, Anushka. They're the 3 with real pace, genuine pace. And they can go 100 and hurt you from deep. The Koreans, well, they've been shellacked with injuries and only able to bring a squad of 8. That's really unfortunate. Not a lot of depth in Korean rugby yet, but they went down earlier today to China, 49-0, took some heavy flack. So here's a chance for both these sides to score some tries. Craig Chan, our referee from Hong Kong. Second last game of today. The lights are on here at the Guangzhou University Sports Centre. Korea to get us underway. Here's Dulani taking that on the fly. A little show. Beats the tackle of Lee Min-ji. Oh, good tackle coming through from Kim Yuri. They tidy it up and look at it coming again. Good aggressive play from Kim Yuri, and they forced a turnover here, but couldn't control it on the ground, Lee Min-ji. So good aggressive work from number 2, Kim Yuri. As coach Salia Kumara looks on. Trying to salvage something out of this Sri Lankan season. It's not been a really good one for them. We've expected more in recent seasons.
Crouch.
Yeah, we've seen them play at a high level, or certainly at a level that you would consider to be on a par with the rest of the Asian nations, but it's just seems to have stalled somehow for Sri Lanka. Hard to actually pick what the problem is.
Yeah, and as we said, other teams have come in and they've on the upward curve. Here's Dulani looking to go quick. Sri Lanka in 2018 finished 5th in all 3 legs, beating Thailand in the 5th, 6th playoff every single time. And now we look at Thailand, who finished the season in a cup final against Japan, whereas Sri Lanka finished 6th, 8th and 7th. So they're a team that's been overtaken. And here's a new team on the block, Korea. They won the plate at the Asia Sevens Trophy in August in Indonesia. And they've got very few players to choose from, and they're making the best with what they've got. Here's a good run from Lim Jae-won. Gets into Sri Lankan territory for the first time, and it's just gone forward in contact there, and the coach is anguished by it all.
Well, the body language just then on the Lady Tuskers. You see them looking around, the hands on hips. There's no one bringing them together, trying to keep them focused. And well, here's the other team, and as we look at this game, Korea, they have come in a terrible situation.
I was set up first, then I
only able to send 8 ladies down. There's only 8 fit enough to play the tournament. That means they can't really afford anyone to get knocked out, banged, or 2 yellow carded. It's looking very grim for Korea if that's the case.
Scrum feed to Sri Lanka, and they get it back. They'll be looking for, oh, and that's just an unforced error, isn't it? Did she have a look up? That's Anusha. Scored a great try in the earlier game against Hong Kong, their only try. Let's have a look here. Yeah, just had a cheeky peek, I think. She's cross with herself. And it's an attacking scrum for Korea, right in front of the post on the 22.
Crouch. Fine. Sit.
Sri Lanka will come after them here. It's strong though from Korea. This is Seo Bo-hee. Oh, and Dulani lets her go. She beats one, she beats two, she beats three. And coming back is Sri Lanka. They're right in front of the post. Here's a moment for the Koreans, sorry. Straightening up goes Lee Min-ji. And the hands in the ruck there. Craig Chan's not seen that. Here goes Seo Bo-hee. One to beat. They're just lacking a bit of self-belief here. And a card's coming out the pocket from Craig Chan. Not having that. Dulani it is.
On the line, just wait.
Golden opportunity for the Koreans. And they should just pin their ears back and have a go here. As we watch. It's actually Anushka that's been carded, not Dulani, sorry. And the Koreans just lacking a bit of self-belief here. They should just perhaps pin their ears back. Kim Yuri's had a couple of good runs and they're over the top of her and they're going to win that ball there. And a bit of an experience as Anusha comes away. It's a blowing chance by the Koreans.
Oh, it is. They've blown that terribly, haven't they? Really bombed a good chance. Early on, they just needed to take it 2 or 3 metres forward and be confident about it, but instead they went looking for the space. The space was right there in front of them. And Korea not recognising physically they're probably strong enough to just head straight through Sri Lanka. I think you're right, Booze. There certainly seems to be a lack of experience on the Korean side.
Here we go then, Sri Lanka right under their post. Dulani's after this. She gets a nice bounce. There could be trouble. Oh, well picked up from Seo Bo-hee, tracking back. Here goes Lee Jo-yun. Weaving, ball in 2 hands. Taking some heavy contact. Shin Ye-lim, and they've turned it over again. Just lacking some care for the ball there and contact, and it's a bounce pass, and yes, it went forward. So both teams just not looking after the ball. With a couple minutes remaining, we're locked up at 0-0 with Sri Lanka playing with 6 players right now.
All right, let's go.
What a difference a playmaker would make for either of these sides. They just
crouch.
Someone that will give them a bit of steering around the park, you know. We often say if you put someone like Nakamura in a side like this, they'd score 4 or 5 tries maybe. Chan not happy with the scrummaging there. And here we go, Korea with another chance, maybe the last before Sri Lanka return to 7. There's a bit of a gap opened up here. Lim Jae-won, look after the ball, Korea. Kim Dong-lee now, ball in 2 hands and showing good poise. Dulani getting in there, making a mess. She can pick this up, she'll go. She'll go. They won't catch her, will they? No, Dulani's away and against the run of play. And with only 6 on the field, that's cruel for Korea, but they just didn't look after the ball. And that's the experience of Sri Lanka and the pace they do have to hurt you from deep.
Oh, they will live off the scraps, and that's quite a typical Sri Lankan try, to be 100% honest. Just watch this. This pass now. The Koreans, I think, probably possibly lacking the understanding of good supporting lines.
5 seconds.
And a pick up and go. For this lady is, well, it's no trouble for her. She can fly like the wind down the paddock. And the Lady Tuskers, Sri Lanka, managed to take an opening score. That'll be making everybody feel a little bit more comfortable. 5 points to 0. Restart to come. That'll be the hooter. The Korean girls will be feeling pretty happy to hear that. Here's the next stoppage. They get a couple of minutes off for the drink of water. And the restart back to Sri Lanka. It's off the leg. Advantage played. And the referee Chan points it off to half time. And 1 try in the lead. Sri Lanka will be taking some confidence from that, I would hope. Head on in. The Korean side possibly commendable performance to only be 5-0 down at half-time. Korea. It might be just a case of not enough scoring opportunities for Sri Lanka. We know that Korea bombed one pretty severely there in the first half. That could easily be 5-0. 5-all, I should say. And just a wee toe and a pick up and go. And it's time to change the scoreboard. Gets there in the end. That's how you score them. Just that little toe to get it in the clear. But had the Koreans been running better support lines for their ball carrier, that could have been a second try for them. Who knows? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. 5-0, the score. Up next, a very, very important game in the scheme of things.
That's right, Jeremy. China, Hong Kong, local grudge match. China, well, they've looked great this whole year. Finished second in the series without Japan here. Clearly top favourites. But there is Kazakhstan, of course, and there is Thailand. And even Hong Kong showing some promise in their earlier game. But first, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's Sri Lanka here with the 5-point advantage. They're back to 7 now. Anusha is back on the field. Anushika, sorry. And Korea looking for their first points of the weekend. Very deep. Giving the ball a little bit of air there. Good hands, good skills, and good ball and two-hand running from Lim Jae-won. It's a lot more mature than what we saw 2 seasons ago when they first made it into the top level of the sevens. Same group of players by the looks. I think they had 8 players in that tournament, the home tournament 2 years ago, 2017.
Okay, let's go Korea.
Korea. I think they might have done well against the Emirates teams. Here we go. Good front forward now. Kim Yun. Got some opportunities here. Lee Jo-yun. Good strength to take on the tackle of Anushika and drag her for a couple. They win the penalty. Sarah Bell, he goes quick. Lim Jae-won blasting down that far line, just puts her hips into the tackle. It's a good tackle. One pass will do it. Ooh, great covering tackle from Anusha there. They were in, the Koreans, and they've won the penalty, and there was a couple of inches in that one, wasn't there?
It's poor old Korea. They're just 1 or 2 beats off the pace, and I think they know what to do. They just can't get their bodies there in time to keep up with the thinking. And that, I would class that as a 3rd bomb try for Korea. They've had 3 distinct chances of getting across that line. And each time it's been desperation from Sri Lanka that's kept them out. And just a lack of experience. They're creating the chances. It's the ability to convert. That's where they need to go, this Korean side. Still within their grasp though.
It's a short underarm to the front of the line out there. They win it, secure it. And now they look downfield, nearly 100 metres. And they look to the speedster. Here we go around the outside, that arcing run. And the Korean defender's given up already. She knows she's not going to have the pace. And what a fantastic try for Anusha as she brings it round. And what they did there is that they compacted the back line there so that she had the chance to get around the outside. She had a good 30 metres to work with. And that could be enough just to win this game for Sri Lanka.
You'd have to think that was the case. Well, Grant, once more, proof there is no substitute for pace. Could we deception play there? Free runner coming back, understand that defence off, but yes.
Look at the stride.
Once he was away and clear, it was all about if the scoreboard guy can get there in time.
Yeah, and it was good of Dulani, I thought, to actually run the whole way down there for the conversion. And she duly converts, picks up the 2. Some of the marbles, not all of them, just 2.
Hashtag marbles.
One tournament, one winner, all the marbles.
All right, let's go.
12-0. Running down the second half.
Backwards.
Halfway through. Can't take it on the full. Lee Min-ji. And this is what they've done well. They've managed to work it on the outside. Here goes Lim Jae-won. Sweep it a beat. Absolutely smokes her. Dulani's coming hard at her. She puts a swerve on. And are they going to bomb another one here? And
Tackle
they've
now.
still got it for now. Seo Bo-hee onto the ground. And I wonder if Lim might have just gone the whole way there. Here they come. Here's Kim Dong-lee. Out wide to Kim Yuri. And she gets taken nicely in a low tackle by Nadika Munasinge. They win the penalty. Coaches, all sorts of confusion. He just wants his team to get across the chalk. Surely from there, yes, they're over.
Yeah, I got it.
Kim Dong-lee, and
The tackle low.
sometimes you've just got to go right down the guts there. They're creating the opportunities,
Okay.
as Big Ron said, but sometimes the easiest way is just to smash down the middle. You've got the headgear on. Boom.
Well, it's a contact sport, so you can't avoid it. You might as well have a go at it and see if you can take a good full mouthful of it. I think that's might be where your career just haven't quite worked it out when it comes to the try line. Somebody's going to try and stop you.
It's a worm burner.
Possibly try to stop you from ending up kicking like that. I'm not too sure, but at least there's a try for career, and that's the important thing. 1 out of 4 chances they've managed to convert. If they'd have converted 2,
All right, let's go Korea.
would have been staring down the barrel of 12-10 with a very, very interesting couple of minutes ahead.
Well,
Let's go.
I'm not sure what's going on with the Sri Lankan defence out wide. They've definitely got the pace over the Koreans, but they're letting them somehow break through and work their way downfield. But communication breakdown amongst the Sri Lankan back line. They shouldn't be allowing that. Sri Lanka now
Knock
under
on.
pressure. Knock on.
No, I didn't put-
Never
Wait,
onside.
Time's off. 9 come over. Different
Lee.
knock on. Let's wait.
Off to the chair for
9. Knock on.
Lee. Strikes me as being pretty new to the game.
Good pace too, getting to the chair there. The clock, of course, starts once you hit the chair. Well, that's not going to make any difference because we're in the last minute here. Sri Lanka just need to hold on. Koreans, well, their tackling abilities have definitely improved as well. Great to see. Here is Umayangan, and she gets on the burners there, off to the races. She's going to go 60. And she gives the ball a little kiss there. She's one of the new players in the squad. We've not seen her before. And they've unearthed. Gives it another kiss there. 2 kisses for the ball. Maybe 1 for Craig Chan. And they score try number 3. Good effort. Good gas. And they found the space up against 6 Koreans.
Yeah, well, there'll be no touching this lady if she got some space and room to move. I think there's quite a bit more pace under that. Carried well, scored a good try, an important try too for her country. And he gets a chance at adding the 2. She does that. So she runs, she scores and she kicks.
And she puts the game beyond doubt on the final whistle. 19 points to 5, something for the Sri Lankans to take out of day 1. It's on the bus for these 2 sides. Ice baths, video sessions, and a good attack on the buffet, no doubt. 19 points to 5. As the penultimate game today, we're standing by now for Hong Kong, China. Quickly grab yourself a quick beverage. We're coming back at you in 30 seconds.